Young Kazuki resided in a quiet village surrounded by verdant green fields. Kazuki was well known in his community as a scholar who was constantly absorbed in books and religious texts. Despite his extensive knowledge, he was continuously concerned. His mind was constantly racing with ideas, and he worried incessantly about the present and the future. He longed for inner tranquility. One day, Kazuki learned of a learned sand master who resided in a remote mountain temple. The idea that this teacher might have the key to inner peace and tranquilly intrigued. Kazuki made the decision to ask the Zen master for advice. After a long and tiring journey, Kazuki finally reached the mountain temple. He found the Zen master in a tranquil garden. His eyes closed in deep meditation. Respectfully, Kazuki approached him and said, "Master, I seek your guidance. My mind is restless, and I long for inner peace. Can you teach me how to empty my mind?" The Zen master opened his eyes and looked at Kazuki with a gentle smile. "To empty your mind, you say very well. Let's begin," he replied. He led Kazuki to a large tree in the garden, its branches heavy with ripe fruits. He gave Kazuki a tiny basket and instructed him to use it to gather every fruit from the tree without causing any damage to the area of the garden. Kazuki wasn't sure why. How was it possible for him to gather all the fruits in such a small basket? However, he rose to the occasion and started gathering the fruit. Days passed after hours, and despite his best efforts, the tree appeared to be just as full as before. His thinking was agitated as frustration started to cloud it. As the Zen master watched Kazuki struggle, he went over to him. He spoke kindly. "Kazuki, you are making a lot of effort to harvest the fruits, but you have missed the most important stage. You must first clear your mind in order to harvest the fruits." Confused, Kazuki inquired of Master, "How do I clear my mind?" The master retorted, "Let go of your worries, fears, and preconceptions." With a kind smile, take a deep breath and concentrate only on the work at hand. Then everything else will fall into place. Kazuki relinquished his anger. Instead of attempting to pick every fruit, he gave up and concentrated on each one, enjoying its texture and the soft sound it made as it fell into the basket. As Kazuki cleared his mind, he eventually attained a state of flow, with his motions becoming effortless and his thinking becoming clear. With each fruit he selected, the trees appeared to be responding to his newly discovered peace. As he eventually picked all the fruits from the tree, it appeared less intimidating. After finishing the last fruit on the tree, Kazuki turned to face the Zen master, his eyes glistening with wonder and thanks. The teacher explained to Kazuki that when you empty your thoughts, the universe can flow through you. Everything fits together when you become one with the task at hand. Kazuki came to the realization that he had always been at peace and clear. From that day on, he carried the Zen master's advice in his heart constantly, reminding himself to clear his mind in order to make place for fresh knowledge and experiences.